If you set up a business in Dubai, or if you are planning to set up a business in Dubai, you need to know how to renew your license and how to renew your visa. Of course, if you are a GenZone client, we make this process extremely simple for you. We'll help you with everything, with your license renewal, with your visa renewal, and we do it best. Now, with that being said, in this video, I'll be breaking down exactly what you need to know, exactly like what the process looks like. Even though we're doing it for you, I want you to understand what is actually being done and what is expected from you so that there are no surprises. So we're going to start off with the license renewal. Of course, licenses in the UAE are renewed annually. You can buy a multi-year license, I'll get into that, but of course if you have a license, you generally have to renew this every single year, so keep this in mind. Now, a common question that a lot of people ask me is, Kevin, can I just change between free zones, or can I change to a mainland company or mainland to free zone because I don't want to pay for this office cost, whatever, right? And the answer is no, you cannot change between free zones on your renewal or anytime during the year. So make sure to set up in the right place for your company before actually going ahead fully, because you don't want to have any issues down the line, because you cannot change. If you want to change, changing is just dissolving the initial company and setting up a brand new one, incurring all of those costs again. Now, with your license renewal, can you renew it from inside or outside of the country? The answer is yes, you can do it from both. It actually does not matter if you're inside the country, so you can do it from outside. That is not a problem. Everything is done remotely and we will take care of it for you. Now, the next point is, as of 2025, we are currently not charging any service fees to renew your license. So we are doing this as a complimentary service to all of our clients. So you're just paying the government fees. We are doing this for you for free. And because sometimes people don't believe us, you do not get a cheaper price if you go to the government directly to do this later. Again, it's the same exact price. We are only charging you the government fee. Now, for those people who don't want to renew the license, maybe your business is not doing good, maybe you want to move out from the UAE, can you just choose to not renew your license? And the answer is no, you cannot do that. Of course, you can do whatever you want, but it does come with repercussions. So let me break that down for you so that it's very, very, very clear. If you do not choose to renew your license, the immediate damages that you will get are just fines. 2,000 dirhams per month, you'll be fined. So around 550 US dollars per month in fines that you have to pay. Now, if you don't renew for consecutive months, so let's say 3 months go by, around the 3-month mark, what happens is the government then takes a second step. They begin the process of listing you as an absconder, which is someone who runs away from a country to hide from their debts, which is not good, because if you ever try to come back to Dubai or travel through Dubai, let's say you're going to France, Dubai, Singapore, well, you might have issues when you stop in Dubai. And of course, if you ever want to re-enter into Dubai with these fines and with these debts that you owe, it's going to be an issue. Of course, I'm not guaranteeing that's going to be an issue, but it's probably going to be an issue. Of course, if you owe money to the UAE, I don't think it's going to end up being good. So please pay your license or dissolve your license if you know that you're not going to go ahead with it. And one key thing that you need to keep in mind is, if you want to dissolve your company, do not take long to do this. Like, for example, if your license is expiring in 2 months, dissolve it now. Don't take long, okay? Because the thing is, the process takes around 4 weeks to complete. And if you do not do it within the time period required, you will get a fine, and you're going to have to pay that fine on top of your dissolution costs and all these things, right? So it's just a waste of money. You won't get in trouble, but it's just a waste of money. Another $550 that you're just spending for no reason. So just make sure to do it well ahead. So again, if you know that you're going to dissolve your license, do it as soon as possible. Don't take your time. Now, I mentioned that you can get a multi-year business license, and let me break that down for you. If you get a 1-year license, there is no discount from the government. If you get a 2-year license, you get a 15% discount from the government on the license cost alone, not the establishment card, not the everything else, just the license cost alone. Okay, so that's amazing. Now, if you get a 3-year license, you get now a 20% discount, which is amazing. I think that the 2-year license gives you the best discount. So go for that one if you are interested in renewing your license and getting a good deal. 15% is very, very good. And of course, once your license is renewed, go ahead and take your license documents and upload them and update them on your bank apps and whatever platform requires it. So make sure everything is updated so that you don't have any pauses or freezes with your accounts. So now that we broke down those steps, what do you actually have to do to renew your license? Number one is, of course, make the payment. We'll take the payment. Once we get the payment, we'll go ahead and send you the documents to sign. Once the documents are signed, then 2, 3, 4 business days later, you will get your brand new trade license documents that are fully renewed. So it's literally as simple as that. The license renewal process is very straightforward. And again, we'll take care of everything for you to make it as seamless as possible. Now, up next, talking about the visa renewals. This is very, very important. This part is a little bit more tricky, and for some reason, some people don't fully understand what needs to be done. So please listen carefully so that you fully understand what will be required from you, what is possible, what is not possible, And again, make sure that you do this because it can be an issue for you if you fly back in and things were not done properly. So unlike the trade license, residency visas in the UAE as of 2025 are valid for 2 years. Of course, an employment visa is valid for 2 years. We're not talking about the golden visa. We're not talking about the investor visas. We're talking about just a regular employment visa. And another key thing to mention, when I mention investor visa, I'm talking about an investor visa by investing in property, not an investor visa title that is basically an employment visa. Key distinctions to make because I don't want you to get confused here. If you bought a property, then your visa length might be different. Just look at your Emirates ID. It'll tell you what it is. So unlike the license, with your residency visa, you do have to be inside of the country to renew it. This cannot be done while you are outside of the country. You have to fly back into Dubai and complete the same process you did when you started this entire journey with us. You have to do it again. Now, here's the thing. If your visa expires, let's say in October, and you don't know if you'll be back in Dubai in October for whatever reason, you can renew it early at a maximum of 6 months early. And I would definitely suggest this to people who don't know exactly when they're going to be in Dubai. If you're already in the country, just renew it now. Might as well get that done because you don't want to have any issues later. So this isn't the case where you're inside the country, your visa is expiring within around 6 months, and you don't know if you'll be back inside of the country. Just do it early. Not a problem. We can do it. And if you're outside of the UAE and your visa will expire and you don't know if you can enter before the expiration, as an example again, let's say right now it is June, right? And your visa is expiring next month and you don't know if you're going to be able to fly back in. You don't want to fly back in. What do you need to do? Well, in this case, because you will not be able to be inside of the country while your visa expires, what you have to do is cancel your visa. Now, we will take care of this for you again, but please keep this in mind. You cannot, like if your visa expires in July, let's say, and you fly into the country in August, right? And your visa is expired, this is a problem. You're going to have issues at immigration. As strictly as me saying, you might even be sent back, okay? So please be careful. Do not enter the country on an expired visa. It's going to be an issue. You don't want these issues. You might be let in. I'm not saying you won't, but I've heard really bad stories and I don't want this to happen to any of our clients. So saying this with full transparency ahead. So again, in this case, we would cancel your visa that's expiring soon, but we would cancel it while you're outside of the country, then apply for a new visa. Now, in the case where you're outside of the country, like when you started this process, we will apply for a new entry visa. You'll get this entry visa. You'll go to the airport. You'll present it to the officer, the immigration officer, and then you'll pass through customs and we'll do your medical again. And of course, just to reconfirm, if you're inside of the country and your visa is expiring, no problem. We can just renew it. Very easy, very straightforward. Now, when you're renewing your visa, unlike the first time you did it, you do not have to do a new biometrics for 99% of the cases. Unless there's any issue on the system, you do not have to do it. So the only thing that you have to do is a new medical. And in this case, it should be just a blood draw. At least with the clients that we've been doing recently, they are not doing chest x-rays. They might change this, things always change, but at this moment, just a new blood draw. And again, biometrics, so like the palm print, fingerprint, this is not being requested again. And again, just like the first time when we did this process, we will need a new photo of yourself with a white background. Now, I will say that the immigration system has become a little bit more tough. So pictures taken from iPhones or Samsungs or just, mobile devices are being rejected more frequently now. So just go to a professional studio and take a good picture there. And one warning, please do not go to those photo booths that just take the pictures for you. Oftentimes they like cut out your shoulders, and for this picture to be approved, you need your shoulders to be inside of the frame. So from like this upwards, like that, right? So it should be like this. And when you're taking this picture, please do not wear a white shirt, do not wear glasses, do not wear a hat. Try to not wear jewelry. You can be accepted with the jewelry, but just try to be, fully organic. Don't wear anything fancy or crazy just to make sure that you're approved. And the reasoning behind the don't wear a white shirt is because you have a white background. So white on white doesn't really work. Now, of course, once your medical is done, at that point, we'll go ahead and send you a new employment contract in the mail. So this will be sent to you and then you just have to sign it. Once it's signed, then around 3 to 5 business days later, we will have your brand new Emirates ID in the mail. So you can either have it delivered to your home or you can have the Emirates ID delivered to our office and our team will collect it for you and you can come pick it up whenever you want. And if you really need, we can have it shipped to you internationally or even locally. Now, unlike with the license renewal, which is quite simple for us to do because it's very remote, we don't have to go anywhere in person, it's very easy for us to do. The visa process, if we're the ones who are going to book your appointment, meet you there in person, help you with everything, and also type your new application form for your Emirates ID, we're going to charge you a very minimal fee to do this process for you. Now, if you don't want us to charge you for this, you can do this on your own. It's not a problem. We can take whatever you get from the government and submit it to get your Emirates ID. No issue, but the fee is very minimal. If you want to know how much it is, just send us a message. Now, here's some really important things to keep in mind with the medical center so that you don't waste your time. Just like the first time you went to go do your medical, you need to be wearing the right attire. So please do not wear any shorts, booty shorts. Don't wear a muscle shirt. Just wear a normal t-shirt just like this and some normal pants. And the shoes do not matter. And also, of course, keep in mind on Friday, there's some breaks during the day for the prayer. And of course, on Saturday as well, there are some times off. So just check the calendar, check with us ahead to make sure that you can go to the medical center and not have any issues. And also another thing to keep in mind is we pre-book your appointments for you. Of course, if you use us for this, then you don't have to pay anything when you get to the center. Everything is paid in advance by us. So just show up, don't pay for anything. Of course, if you have any questions, if you're at the center and you think you need to pay for something or someone's telling you to pay for something, just send us a message or we'll be there in person to actually assist you with this. So that's really it. We went over the license, we went over the visa renewal. Of course, if you have any questions whatsoever, please let us know by WhatsApp directly. Contact us. We'll be more than happy to explain to you exactly what to do if anything in here is confusing to you. But overall, it's not that complicated if you know what's in store for you. The only thing that I have concerns about are for our clients who, for some reason, have an expired visa and try to fly back into the country, which, by the way, normally will tell you that your visa is expired, but please keep in mind the expiry dates of your documents. This is super important. Also, again, this doesn't have to do with your renewal or your license renewal or your visa renewal, but if you have a residency visa in the UAE, very important to keep in mind that this is valid for 2 years, yes, but also if you are outside of the UAE for more than 6 months consecutively on a normal standard employment visa, you will face some issues. I would say about 80% chance of facing issues if you try to fly back in the country after being outside for more than 6 months consecutively. So, very important. Do not be outside of the UAE. Do not travel outside of the UAE for more than 6 months consecutively without traveling back to Dubai for at least 1 day. It's a very popular thing for everyone to know. You must travel to Dubai 1 day every 6 months. So please do not forget this. So far, none of our clients have, but things can change. And I don't want that to happen. It's good to know this up ahead in advance. So that's basically it. Of course, if you want our assistance to help you set up a company in Dubai the first time properly, you can book a free consultation call using the link down below. Our team would be more than happy to assist you with your entire process. We've helped hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people do this entire process. We, do live and breathe Dubai setup, and we really enjoy it. So if you have any questions, book a call, send us an email, or even watch this full video that goes over a step-by-step process of exactly how we'll register your company. And of course, guys, I know there's a lot of people who have families as well. We 100% assist families relocate too. Not just solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, individuals. We assist entire families, even large companies with over 20 employees. We can help anyone relocate, and we can help you with everything after the relocation is completed. Because like in this video, this is not how to set up a company. This is how to renew, how to maintain. So we'll be there for you from start to finish. And of course, if you need help with accounting, compliance, taxes, all this stuff, we can also assist with this as well in-house. We've hired in-house PwC chartered accountants. They do not work for PwC anymore. They work for us now. So we can take care of this for you all in-house. And of course, book a call using the link down below.